What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to tonight's news roundup. So before I get stuck into the latest stories today, again, I just want to draw your attention down to the bottom right hand corner of the screen. We have just launched our brand new channel, Top of the League, or TOTL if you want to use the acronym, and we would love you guys to scan that QR code, come across and hit the subscribe button. What is the channel going to be about? Well, we're going to bring you the biggest watch-alongs throughout the season, be they European games, Premier League games or anything in between. We're going to be bringing you the latest news stories, the biggest debates and everything that you would expect from your brand new favourite football channel. So, hope to see you over there soon. You can subscribe by scanning that QR code, or you can look in the description of this video and you'll see a link. So, tonight's Liverpool stories, you know what I'm going to say. Want to know your thoughts in the comment section? Drop a like on the video, and of course if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. I'm going to start off with Barella, because just when I thought we were done, just when I thought that we could forget about Barella, a story comes out that said next summer he could be available for £77 million. The piece goes on to say that Inter Milan were in no way willing to sell this summer, but they're more open to the idea next summer. Problem is, Liverpool have just refreshed their midfield. The age profile of our squad was higher than it was, and I don't really think that... I think at that point he'll be 27, going on for 28. I can't see John W. Henry sanctioning that sale, or excuse me, that acquisition for a 27-year-old. I would love him, but the question is, do we really need him? And if we were to bring in Andre in January, as an example, I would argue probably not. If we brought in Andre, you'd have Andre, Endo, Bajcetic, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Jones, Elliott. Plenty of options there for the manager. Cody Gakpo, or not Cody Gakpo, Ryan Gravenberch, although Cody Gakpo could play in midfield if he wants to. We haven't even seen Gravenberch kick a ball for us yet, so plenty of options there and plenty of squad depth now for the manager. So unfortunately I think we can say it's not going to happen for us, but the piece does go on to say that Chelsea and Newcastle made a play for the player in this summer transfer window, but were rebuffed. Now to another one that you're probably going to say, Craig, give it a rest. But it's not me. It's Get French Football News have said that Kylian Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe again, sorry. They say Kylian Mbappe would be open to the possibility of joining Liverpool Football Club. Now, as I understand, the Kylian Mbappe situation is this. His contract is up at the end of the current campaign, meaning he is free to sign a pre-contract agreement with anybody outside the French league from January the 1st. So Real Madrid or Liverpool or anybody else could sign him up not right now, in January, and technically wouldn't have to pay a penny to PSG for him. Now, of course, he would have to pay him a rather hefty signing on fee on top of his really, 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 really high wages. But, you know, he's open to the idea. Now, I'm open to walking down the aisle of Tesco and seeing Mila Kunis and Katie Holmes there in a I want to have your baby's Craig t-shirt, but that's probably not going to happen. So much like this story, I think it's one that we can send off to a little island off the coast of the Mediterranean, as you guys know affectionately as Bullshit Island. So yeah, no dice on that one, lads. Bit of positive news though. I do have some actual good news for you. Ibrahima Kanade has posted a video of himself doing some running and training, so fingers crossed he's not too far away from a return. Obviously we know that Virgil van Dijk is still unavailable for selection for Liverpool for the Wolves game, because he did receive an additional 1-game ban and a £100,000 fine for his sending off, for his refusal to leave the pitch and his abusive language towards the referee in the Newcastle game. So hopefully Ibu's back, but if not, I'm sure Jurgen Klopp has options there. We've obviously got Jarrell Kwanzaa, Joe Gomez and Joel Matip, and to be fair to Gomez and Matip, they both played pretty well against Aston Villa. So yeah, let's wait and see how that one works out. Jason McAteer, by the way, has been speaking, and he reckons that Caoimhín Kelleher should look to move away from Liverpool Football Club, and I kind of understand where Jason's coming from. The last thing you want, I would imagine, as a professional footballer is to look back at your career when you're 28 or 29 and think about what could have been. So yes, Caoimhín's at a brilliant club in Liverpool and probably receiving the highest level of goalkeeping coaching in the world, in my opinion. Liverpool have really tried to make themselves a destination for goalkeeper coaching. Taffarel in there, obviously, John Achterberg, Alisson Becker there every day with training with Caoimhín Kelleher, and of course we've Pitaluga as well now. But what we don't want to happen is Caoimhín Kelleher to move on and Adrian San Miguel to be put into the number 2 shoes. Nobody wants that one. And I mean nobody. No, seriously, nobody. So yeah, hopefully we can find a solution. Maybe Pitaluga's ready to step up. I don't know. I haven't really been following Pitaluga's progress too much, but I know it would be tough to lose Greavy and Kelleher because we're in a position now where we know if the worst came to the worst and something happened to Allison for a couple of months, Greavy would be a more than able deputy. So another little interesting story for you guys is, football's littered with those stories of players that nearly joined another club. Well, apparently about 7 years ago, a certain French manager by the name of Arsene Wenger had the opportunity to bring Federico Valverde to the Emirates and didn't take up that opportunity. Bet you the Arsenal fans wish they had him now. Look, Arsenal have a pretty good team. Saka, he's not doing too shabby on that right-hand side. They've just refreshed their midfield, brought in Declan Rice, but you can't tell me, Arsenal fans, if you're watching, that you wouldn't have said yes to a bit of Federico Valverde. I really do like the guy. He's somebody I'd love at Liverpool, in all honesty. One more story before we finish up tonight, my friends, and that is about the German national team job. I'm not sure if you guys have seen today, but Hansi Flick has been... well, he's been sacked, quite frankly, and my fear was that when we heard Hansi Flick was leaving the German job, that they would come after Jurgen Norbert Klopp. Now, look, we know Klopp has said he has a contract with Liverpool, and yes, maybe the German job could be his at some point down the line, but not yet. Good news, it seems the front runner for the job is Julian Nagelsmann. And I was thinking about this. If I'm Nagelsmann, would I take this job or not? And in normal circumstances, I would probably say no. But he's had a bit of a rocky time at club level recently. So maybe 2 to 4 years in the German national team job, still gaining experience. And if he has a bit of success with the German national team, I would say those big jobs are still going to be there from after that. So, as I said, my initial thought was no. He's in his mid-30s, would be madness for him to take the German job. But after the sacking he's had at Bayern Munich, maybe now is the time for him to rebuild and, go work with the German FA and rebuild his career a little bit. So let me know your thoughts on that one. Do you think it's pie in the sky stuff? And how relieved are you that Klopp's not really been mentioned for the job? Because every time we speak about the German national team job, I do have that fear, because say whatever you want about Klopp and how much he loves Liverpool. Of course he does, but, to manage your country, there'd be something very special about that. And ideally for us, he leaves Liverpool, then takes the German job and then retires. So hopefully that's not until 2026 at the very, very earliest. So look, my friends, that is pretty much it for me tonight. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 8:30 for the live stream and about 10 o'clock for the news video. Again, don't forget to scan that QR code and subscribe to our brand new channel, Top of the League. First game we're going to be covering on there is Bayern Munich against Manchester United on September the 20th, the first week of the Champions League being back. And of course for us, it is Molineux, 12:30 this coming Saturday to take on Wolves in the early kickoff. I hate the kickoffs at this time. They make me very nervous, particularly after an international break. But let's see what the game brings for us. Can we make it, 4 wins in a row? If we win this game, we drew at Chelsea obviously, so maybe we can make it 13 points from 15 and continue our push towards a Premier League title. Yeah, I said it. We're in a title race, don't you know? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.